deserve to win? No. But on the balance of it, did we deserve to win? No. I think a draw would have been fair in the game. And a goal that, hey, I could be wrong, he could do it every week, but a goal that, in my opinion, I don't think he will score again this season, next season, has meant we've lost this game of football. So obviously it's disappointing. But the lads just need to know that we got ourselves in some really, really good areas on a tricky surface, and fair play to them playing on this every week. So it's no wonder they've got good form with it. So they're accustomed to it. But there's no excuse really, because like I said, it was a really even game. But as I say, we got in some really, really good areas, but that last little bit of killer touch, and I'm not going to crucify the boys for that, because we've scored a ridiculous amount of goals this year already. So I can't even think about the last time that we didn't score in a game. So that says something. And before a ball being kicked today, we were the only team that hadn't lost in the last 6 games in the form guide, so we were unbeaten in those. So we don't become a bad side for losing 1-0 away at these, and the points are on the board for a reason. They're a decent side, and it's disappointing that, like I say, a little bit more personality. I think we go and probably nick it. I thought a draw was a fair result, but a goal that, like I say, the boy will never score again. So fair play to him. And listen, you have to take your defeats on the chin, because we've been in half decent run of form.
It's becoming a bit of a progress thing at the minute. Recent games, obviously conceding late. Do you think it's a lack of just a loss of concentration, or
no,
something that needs to be fixed?
Listen, there's a mistake that happened for the goal miles before that, but there's 3 mistakes that happened further down before that. They've made loads of mistakes as well, and we just haven't capitalised. So I don't think that is on today's, because you know, if it's one of those where someone's gone through 1v1, we switched off, and it's a poor goal to concede, the boys hit the stanch from the edge corner of the box, you can't account for that. That's not really switching off, because we've had ample opportunities to clear, we haven't cleared it well enough. But at that point, listen, did he think he was going to put it where he is? He's just thought, listen, I'm going to shoot. So I don't use that as an excuse. If we would have scored, would the same question have been asked of them? Who knows? So I don't see that as a problem, because the game wasn't one of those games where I'm thinking we got away with loads of mistakes here late on in game. After they score, we're going to give up some chances, because one thing I'm never going to do is try and just consolidate and look like we've stayed in a game. I'm going to go and try and not only get a point, I'm going to go and try and keep winning everything to try and win the game. So we've done that. We've gave up a few chances after that, but not amazing ones. So I don't. On today's game, no, I don't believe that is an Achilles heel or any issue. It's a worldie goal that the guy will never score again, and we lost 1-0 to it. So if that's going to win a game of football, fair play to it. And football won today, because seeing a goal like that to win it and 1-0 in a tight affair, I think everyone that came would have got the value just out of that goal, because they wouldn't have got it out of the game, because it was a poor watch really.
Obviously you touched up on the condition of the pitch. Do you feel as though it had a massive impact on the game and on the team itself?
It significantly impacts how we naturally want to do things, but you're football players, and they need to adapt, and we adapt to game plan, so it's a little bit less like what we normally are, but still has us at heart and the personality there. And as I say, in the second half we still could have done that, and we didn't do it as much, in my opinion. But yet still got in really good areas, so that says the state of the game. It wasn't the most amazing watch, and a close-fought game against a decent side that are up there. So the pitch, of course, plays its part, but it plays its part for both teams, and it's more so for a spectacle for the fans, because they don't really get to see a great free-flowing sort of game. It is just end-to-end and fight off seconds and see what you can do, and fortunately their left back comes up trumps and scores something that sends them home happy.
Next game is against Boldmere St Michael's at home. How confident are you feeling going into the game?
Confident going into every game. Confident going into every game. I think we'll perform well. As far as I'm concerned, I thought, like I say, we got ourselves into good areas. We've scored a ridiculous amount of goals already this year, so we're confident in that respect. So let's go into that game at home and restart a new unbeaten run. Simple as that.
Correct me if I pronounce his name wrong, but it's Amatala.
Call him Talani.
Talani.
Yep.
Obviously, you saw a couple of minutes of him today. Yep. Will we see more of him in the next match?
Absolutely. So Tol someone I've known a long time. He needs the right environment to get himself fit and healthy. I believe that is this environment for him. He believes it's the environment for him. He's got the right people around that are going to help him get on that journey, and I think come later portions of the season we will see a real benefit of Tom. People will look at him now and people have short memory. The boy scored 20 plus goals at this level and in the league above only a few years ago. He's not an old man, so let's get the best out of him, and that's what it's about. So we lost a game of football. We've had good minutes on the pitch. We've got in some good areas, and the main thing is we've got players like Toll coming in the building now. We'll get them fit, we'll get them healthy, and hopefully they just go into the back end of the season.